Thank you to our day number 3 in Reclaim Your Crown. Today we're gonna have an amazing day, Untangle Your Past. So, um, so recap for day number 2. We talk about rediscovering your true identity through the essence of God. And as I said, part of my story, for many years, I my identity was what I took from what people say about me. I embedded, and I was practically living under the shadow. But when I came to my conscious, to my full conscious of that, my true identity is through the answers of God. Is when really my life started changing. So this is a very important part of everybody's life. What because I noticed like when you operate from a strong identity, so practically nothing is gonna stop you. So the number 2, we take ownership of the kingdom life on earth, because we have a life today, and there is a reason that we have a body. There's a reason that God created with our brain, our eyes. Is a reason why we have this on earth. So because God wants us to conquer and to bring His kingdom while we are live, not when we are dead. Because there's one scripture that says, whatever you undo on heaven will do on earth, and vice versa. So there is a lot of correlation between the two, I don't know how you want to call it, planes, levels, portals. But anyways, is a connection between earth and heaven. So, and the last one, we talk about stepping into your royal essence. And well, that's with the identity of God. Take ownership as a princess. And we talk about, the qualities of a prince, her characteristics. And it's exactly what we need to run a business, to run a family, to run our lives, to make decisions. Because we have every day we make decisions, every single day. From the time that we get up, should I get up or stay in bed, right? So should I go to the gym or stay? But every decision is going to help us to move forward with what we want, or it's going to be a block, and we're going to delay to be where we want to be. So I really like this paradigm that says whatever you do in one thing, you're gonna do in everything. Meaning, for instance, if you have your car very messy and dirty and filthy, mostly you're gonna have your business like that. You're gonna be looking from your desk. You're gonna looking for your drawers. You're gonna go the last minute looking for stuff. I mean, like it's a repetition from one little thing to a big thing. And there's bring another scripture that says whatever uh, you can be trust in the little, you can be trust in the much. I don't remember about that scripture, but it's very similar to this paradigm, meaning the royal essence of a princess is giving you the strong position, because people talk about power, but this is your power, your positioning, that is your power. And so today we're going to talk about untangle your past through the path of love and forgiveness. We're going to talk about the importance of emotional state and this amazing technique that today, not tomorrow, not 2 days later, today, you're going to disengage from one big it could be a memory, or it could be that you have something, emotional blockage with somebody. So today we're gonna take care of that. You're gonna like it. Oh, okay. Love and forgiveness. When I met Silas, he was angry. No, he wasn't angry. He was rage. He was rage. He was hopeless. He was hurt, broken. I mean, even his voice, I mean, he's a big guy. Just for the pictures because he's from Africa. Um, just to hear his voice in the beginning, it really like it was hard for me to contact my heart because the way he was talking, it was super broken. So by the time that we end working together, this is what he wrote for me. He said, "Thanks, Lilia, for teaching me how to open to forgive those who caused me pain. Before working with you, I was bitter soul. I was depressed, and all I wanted was to revenge those who wronged me, especially my girlfriend who had left me for another man. Thank you for introducing me to a new and complex ideas that it stretches my brain and soul that forced me to acknowledge and adopt a different perspective of life." Silas, no, it was not just the girlfriend, it was his mother who abandoned him since he was a little boy. And later on, his mother raised him. He was against the world. He was against the poverty, and he was carrying so much emotional weight. But something about Silas is really he followed through um, the pattern, that exercises, the action steps, and at the end he ended on a magazine of Africa, because finally he gave the opportunity to himself to do different. But when he forgave, I mean, he cries, and just to see him crying because of the emotional weight was off his back. And when he did that, he started seeing the opportunities around him. So he started this project in Africa because he knew about plants. But when I met him, he had, "No, I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. I don't have money. I don't have this. La 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 la." His world was full of no's. But finally he was able to know to see that the little things that he knew, he could make a beautiful things out of that. And 2 years later, he sent me a text and a picture of the magazine and the interview that they make about him. It was in the first page. It was beautiful. He was able to move on with his life in an amazing way. So today, untangle your past, an emotional, the emotional state. So I want to bring this picture again, just to see the difference. Um, so today is very important. Today is the question, the very first question that I ask you. I want you to have it ready today and have it present. And actually, you can, if you remember the number that you put from 1 to 10, how mad, upset, angry you are towards somebody or toward an event that it really it broke your heart, you can put it on the chat, the number that you wrote. All of you heard the question, right? I think so. Okay, let's start here. What do you see? There is two words in the word forgiveness. Does somebody see that? It's two words in here, inside forgiveness. Or you want me to tell you? Okay, I give you one. Four, four, two. And the next one is
Give.
give. Exactly. to give. So many times you're going to see in the word itself is giving us the meaning of what we have to do. So forgiveness is to give. Oh, sorry. Oh, get back to this one. I don't know. Uh, so four main reasons that we're going to forgive. First is obedience to God, because forgive is uh, Mark 22:26. And whatever you stand praying for, if you have anything against anyone, so that your Father who is in heaven will also forgive you for all your offenses. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father who is in heaven forgive your offenses. Um, it will be living in duality when we ask for forgiveness and we are not able to forgive others. So it is hypocrite, is duality, and there's another scripture that said a house that which is divided will collapse by itself. So within us, we can make us stronger, but if we are divided on what we do and what we think, then we are divided and we collapse sooner or later. The second one is when you forgive others, you let them go out of your emotional space and you free yourself from the emotional slavery. Because in the invisible world, I put these chains in here, but in the invisible world, there is no, this is invisible chains. So how this attached to me? For instance, if in my previous relationship, I continue hating my ex-partner. I continue talking bad about him. I continue like I have an ugly like all kind of resentment and anger toward him. The right person for my life, it can be just lingering around me. Like it could be in my work, it could be in my in the church, it can be in the store that I always go. But because I'm attached with this invisible chains towards somebody, that is not going to allow me to see this person, because love is purity. Love is pure. Love is kindness. Love is, we're going to go into that in a minute. But this is invisible chain that will stop us to 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 continue moving forward in the relationship that we dream of. So you take your power back, because that is not in your heart. It can be triggered by future events. For instance, if I have against my ex-husband, um, all of these kind of emotions, and suddenly I hear that they're gonna be a family gathering, and you're getting ready, and you get your dress and get your la 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 la, so beautiful, and then you hear that your ex-husband is gonna be there, like it twists your neck, and then everything that you haven't forgive, boom, it comes right here, just like because on forgiveness issues, there is no time. There is no time. This could be 20 years ago, and when you feel it, it's like it's happening right now. And to prove it is, you have stomach ache, you have headache, you have all kind of emotion. It's exactly the same emotions, but the worst part is the intensity is more. When this happened, whatever it happened, betrayal, whatever, you're angry, you're rage, you throw stuff, and you do crazy things. Years goes by, but at the moment that you're gonna be in front of that person, you feel those emotions again. But the intensity, because it's been there. I mean, if we talk about, let's put it 3 years, 3 years. 300, it's not like you're thinking about that every day, but it's there every day. And in subconscious mind, I remember your subconscious mind runs 95% of your experiences. 95, your experiences is the 95% of your subconscious. It's a box right there inside your brain, remind you about your life. So you don't think that if you don't think every day, that's one thing, but that is there every day, that's another story. Okay. So when we forgive the person and we see him and it doesn't matter where he, that situation that we had together is not going to trigger me anymore. So I am free and I free the person. So these two people get free in this. So you take your power back in your emotion. And then you take responsibility of your emotion. This is number one for to build a resilience. To build resiliency, one of the major keys is to take responsibility of your emotions. Because if you say, you make me angry, so I don't have no power. I take the responsibility of myself and I give you the power. You make me feel angry. You make me, so I'm hopeless. So when we do that, no more. I take responsibility of my emotions. Exercising the qualities of your true essence, and that what we talked yesterday. Forgiveness is compassion, grace, kindness, and love. So this is I told you four, but actually it's five reasons why to forgive. Now, um, I'm not going to give you the full version of what is love, because this is alone is 3 hours lesson. But I'm going to give you the short version. This is not about numerical. This is not about, I'm not into none of those things. The only reason I did the equation is because from the Hebrew perspective, every letter has a numerical value. And so that's the only reason in here. Um, in Hebrew, the word, so what is love? Remember, forgiveness, it gives us the clue to forgive, to give. What are we giving? The freedom to each other, and everything that I just shared with you. Love is exactly the same thing, but love is deepened and very, very deep, because every letter, the A, the H, the A, the B, itself, this is one story. Every single letter has their own story, and I call the love story. I call it the love story. So, um, let me see. I have it. The full letter. The full letter. The full story of love. I have in Hebrew. It represents a strong connection with a one. One, O-N-E, capitals, which is Elohim and God. That's the first letter, Aleph. And Aleph is silence. It doesn't have sound. It's a belief that doesn't have sound, because it's the breath that each of us receive when we're born. Is the breath of God. That's why it's number one, again, without capital O-N-E, Elohim and God. So the number Hey is from the abundance of the heart, the mind, the heart mind, the mouth speak. It is that's why this is the heart, and this is the mind, and this is it runs and we speak. And this is the mouth right here. So it's every line, it means something. So that's why we need to pay attention. What is the condition of your heart? Because from the condition of your heart, mind, that's your thoughts, it ascend and descend to your mouth, and it's when we say whatever we have to say. It symbolizes balance, prosperity, and harmony. The Aleph, well, Aleph is the same, but Beit is similar to Hey, but see, the lines are close. And this is the shape of a house, which symbolizes balance, prosperity, and harmony. And it says to walk together. So the lesson is God, your heart, God, and the house. So our house, our relationship, it should include God as the spiritual part, because flesh to flesh, we kill each other. But when God is in the middle, then there's no way we're gonna kill each other, because each of us, or even if it's one part that is following God, one part that is living a daily godly life, if one of the partners are doing that 100%, are consciously applying the word of God, that is not going to happen either. So the two walk together in a relationship supposed to be balance, prosperity, and harmony. Okay. So each letter in the Hebrew has a numerical value, and this is 1, 5, 1, and 2. When we add it together, it's equal to 9. The 9 in Hebrew is again. The 9 in Hebrew is spiritual awakening. It means a spiritual awakening. The number 9 represents completeness. No completion like the number 7 when God finished creating the earth. It's completeness, balance, and perfection. Why is a spiritual awakening? Because when you understand, and it's biblical, when you understand the meaning of love and you apply the principles of love, it says you fulfill the whole Bible. So that's why they call it a spiritual awakening. Because when we master this, you master your life. Okay, that's and you will see the evidence in your life. So something I would like to talk, and again, is going to be the short version. What is the meaning of loving yourself? This is there is a lot of misunderstanding about loving yourself. I have seen since the I think they started like 4 or 5 years with a concept of loving yourself. And because all of this misinterpretation, there is a lot of divorces, a lot of families, dysfunctional families, children that they don't know what to do. I mean, it's like in this case, the woman is like it has it was like the liberation, but in the wrong way, in the wrong way. Because when you have a family, we need to take care of our children. But anyway, and this is another full conversation. But I'm just going to give you some examples. When you abuse yourself, overeating, overeating junk food, over consuming alcohol, drugs, this is not loving yourself. So loving yourself, yes, you go and get a massage, but this is part of it's not in the bottom of our list, but this how can I explain this? Okay, I see the opposite. Respect yourself, like work boundaries, like especially like when we work from the house. You know, I hear my friends, you know, they work from the morning. They don't have time. They answer the phone anytime. They are in use Facebook to run our business, and they are in the midnight, 3 o'clock in the morning, and they get sick. So, but we put boundaries for ourselves. That is being part of love because you're respecting your body. We talked about yesterday a little bit about that. So it's healthy because this body that God is giving us, yeah, we eat junk food once in a while. I eat a cookie, Oreo cookie today, but what I'm saying is when you abuse that. So there has to be a balance of more healthy food and a little bit of junk food. So drink with moderation. God never said don't drink, but He's asking you when drink is consuming you. That's different. Keep your word so others will can trust you. And this because whatever we do with ourselves is what we are is the reflection in the outside. Some people say, but he doesn't respect me. Do you respect yourself? Because whatever you are doing, that's the statement that we're giving to people. It's the statement that we're giving to others to do with us. Do you respect others? Because this is in circle. This is in circle. Um, So keep your word. Before um, whatever you're gonna say, whatever you say you're gonna do, even if our own commitments with ourselves, like I'm gonna do this project, I'm gonna follow through. Your children are gonna uh, they're gonna trust you because you keep your word. One of the things that people do when they have little kids and they're in the car and say, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna open the door, I'm gonna drop you right here. Like, guess what? You are teaching your kid that you are not trustable because you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna open the door and leave it in the front, in the middle of the freeway on the street or something like that. No, you're not gonna do that. So respect yourself, and people will respect you. Keep your word, and people will trust you. That's part of being of loving yourself. I really like this one from void to darkness to the creation of the universe. And the earth was without form and void. Darkness was upon the face of the depth, and the Spirit of God was hovering upon the face of the waters. Um, and I wanted to read this before we go into the exercise. Um, Emotional state. Let me see. Yeah. Uh, we're fine. We're fine right here. Um, the reason I mentioning this is because from your identity, the royal soul essence, which come from God, meaning when we start embody that, we allow the presence of God being in our lives. It doesn't matter how messy is your life right now. It doesn't matter how that you feel hopeless, that you feel that your situation is not going to change. That's a lie. Because when God found the earth was void. And why God wanted to give you the picture of how the earth was. It was void, it was dark, it was a mess. But why he wanted to give you, and it was um, only one scripture about that. The following scriptures of Genesis 1 is how he did it, how he changed this to avoid and darkness without form, space into something amazing and beautiful that is here today for us to enjoy. Because I don't get tired. I mean, we go out and say, "Oh, look at the moon! Oh, look at the moon!" Like we enjoy day by day by day. We enjoy the sun, the plants, the birds, We started seeing how the birds interact with each other. We have the animals, the rabbit that is in on the backyard, and the lizard, even the mouse that I don't like, you know. Um, all these creatures that it came out from a vision, from a vision. God had a vision for us. Same thing is in our lives. So when God hover, the Spirit of God hover in our lives, and we allow Him to do that, I allow Him to do that in my life, and it changed me. All right. So we're gonna talk about now the emotional state. Remember that one of the major mistakes is to put unresolved issues under the rug. That was in day number one. Well, good. This include emotions. After a breakup due to infidelity or whatever other reason, it's normal to face or uncertainty. Like that was me many years ago. I would fear the future. Where am I going from here? What about the kids? How am I going to survive? Really, it was like, it was terrifying. So your feelings are the empty, hate, frustrated, angry, loneliness, shame. And I use the word shame because it depends the culture where you grow up. A divorce is like you fail. You're a failure. So yeah, you feel like that because it was very strong in the where I grew up. It was like it was you're the devil if you get divorced. So one of the major people's mistake is to act like a heroes, um, and we put there under the rock our emotions, pain and sorrows. So pretending that this is not happening or believing that um, eh, if I concentrate too much in that, I'm not strong enough. I'm weak, and you also my culture teach women that you're strong. Oh, don't you're a woman, you can handle it. It's not just for men, this part for women too, is they are very strong on this one. They don't show you that you can show your vulnerability to say, no, today I feel this, or I want to cry and I feel weak, and oh, like not than no when I was growing up, and it's still until today in very cultures is the same. So this with the realizing that this is not a time to be strong, because when you're going through a breakup, uh, it's not time to be strong. This is not a time to be strong. This is a time to scream, um, to speak your heart, because everything that we don't speak, it just stays there, and these emotions that get a trap, also um, it gives us a little bit of bitterness because we never express what we wanted to say at that moment. So we take you're stealing the opportunity to express yourself, the process of healing. Because I tell people, if somebody come to you, your friend, they want to say something, we never hold them. We never, not even touch the shoulder like this. We don't even do that. We let them to unpack all their emotions, and if whatever they want to say, we just witness. We actually supporting them by being there. And some people, they just can cry, other people scream, other people throw stuff around, other people uh, say bad words. uh, uh, so we just witness what is happening right there, supporting them emotionally. That's the best way to do it. After they are done, then we can hug them, because if we hug them in the middle of the unpacking, it, they are not finished. They don't finish. It's very important for them to go all the way. Now, understanding the other side. Understanding the other side. Everyone has a story behind what they do, just like you. Most people that they are not looking to hurt anyone. What is happening is that they are spreading what they know, just as you are doing right now. So that the person who did wrong to you have a story of why they are the way they are. So we justify ourselves for what we do sometimes, but we don't justify the other for what they did. So when it comes to the ex-partner or husband or ex-husband, uh, because we choose them. I mean, why do we choose this partner? You need to find the reason that you choose that particular partner. In my program, Be Ready for Love, we go deeper into this topic. Like for me, the lesson behind the bad relationship I had with my daughter's father was that I needed to be stronger, because every single people comes to give us a lesson, give them a lesson, we receive, you give, and vice versa. So the lesson that this relationship brought into my life is to reconcile with God, because until that happened with our breakup and my attempt to commit suicide, is when I have an encounter with God, to recover my voice, my identity, to believe that I deserve love, and dismantle all the labels I recollect from my life. So what if so that's why it's important to understand the other side. So next time when somebody do you wrong, forgive them immediately. Just as Christ forgave in the middle of the pain and suffering, and said and said to God, forgive them because they don't know what they are doing. One thing is, when we forgive and we move on, this is not telling me to forgive and stay there if I'm getting emotional abuse. Okay, that the situation, I don't want you to misunderstand. God will never is calling us to be in a relationship where we are being emotionally or physical abuse. Okay. So, are you ready to move on the path of love,
Yes.
forgiveness? Yes. Thank you. Oh, when I chose this picture, I really like it because in the middle I put the heart. Because even to let go, remember, with two ingredients that we need is which one? Love, forgiveness, and inside a love of forgiveness is grace and compassion. So this is our last I title our last conversation, because this is your last conversation with that person. No more. This is your last conversation. We're gonna seal it today. All right. So this exercise is gonna give you the opportunity to express your emotions, to bring closure, to be sure that your heart is clear of resentment, anger, or any other unhealthy emotion, so you can feel it again with what is good to bring into your next relationship. So if you have multiple, this is only one person. Only one person. So it's no for a lot, because to do it in a proper way, you're going to choose one person. So bringing closure with the ex-partner helps you to step into your royal kingdom where love is waiting for you. So when you're ready, we breathe. We do our 777. Slowly inhale. And then we hold it and we exhale and do two more on your own. And one more. Take your time. Bring yourself to the present moment. Think that this is a divine moment created just for you. When you inhale intentionally for this exercise, inhale love. While exhaling, ask yourself, what do I need to release that is holding me back to believe in love again? What do I need to release that is holding me back to believe in love again? Even if it's awkward what you're gonna hear, your body never lies. Your body always is looking to be free because God created this vessel for to hold harmony, to be in harmony. So whatever is not from God, the body's gonna tell you to back into your natural stage. So I'm giving you enough time to reflect and answer every question. So today is the last conversation you're having with your ex-partner. Don't hold anything. This is your last time you're going to say whatever is in your heart. So it is important to go all the way with your emotions and express every single word. So this is the time to speak. It's okay with you. Remember, if you close your eyes and imagine that the ex-partner is in front of you. We're talking about ex-partners because this is to close cycles, to believe in love again. But if you don't have an issue with an ex-partner and there is somebody dear to your heart that if it break your heart for whatever reason, you can use that exercise too, because all of this is blocking us to love. Now you're gonna tell him, this is our last conversation where I want to express my feelings, my emotions, my anger. Today, I'm closing this cycle with you. So I give you a few minutes to express everything. So speak out. And then at the end, you're going to say, I am done. And then just put in the chat, done, or take your microphone. So for me to know that you're done with that exercise. Does everybody's done?
Done.
Okay, done. Adriana is ready. Jamie Lee is done. Wendy and Neri. Okay. And Neri, are you ready? Do you ever were able to listen the music, to hear the music?
On and off.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna try my best to. All right, so now you're gonna tell him, I take what belongs to me. So what do you think he took from you that you want back? Like my peace, my strength, or whatever you feel that you left into that relationship. So you take back, what do you think it belongs to you? I take my love, my belief in love again. I take my forgiveness because you were not able to forgive before. Whatever is that, take it back. So now it's time to be grateful for the lesson that he left into your life. Believe it or not, there is a lesson from that experience that you had with him. So what it could be, if you have children with him, well, that's a great gift. Like in my case, um, Julian, my daughter's father. So I knew that I needed to be stronger, which I mentioned that before. So I the lesson that it was so many lessons. I mean, from that experience that I had with him, That's what I'm doing. What I'm doing. I found my life purpose. So, and I went so deep knowing that I wanted to know what love is and what is everything about love. I went crazy for it and I asked God for it. But maybe if I don't have that experience, I will never be doing what I'm doing. So that is a great lesson, a multiple lessons that I got out from my experience, as ugly as it was in the beginning. I got so many um lesson, great life lesson from my experience with him. So now it's your turn. What are you grateful for? So in your own words, let them know that they are forgiven and see how you feel stronger when you do that. Now look at him like using your new glasses of love and forgiveness, compassion, and your royal essence. So what do you see? What is the difference from the first time you saw them or the last time that you saw them and then now doing this exercise? What do you see? Remember, using your glasses of love and forgiveness, compassion, grace, and your royal soul essence. What do you see? How do you see them? What is changed in you? So when you're ready, tell them, tell him, I let you go in peace and love. I let you go in peace and love. I'm gonna walk back in here. Breathe. Turn around and see a door wide open. Doors wide open. Are French doors because are huge. French doors are very big. So smile, walk tall like a princess that have already her royal crown. And right before you cross the door, so see yourself walking slowly, gracefully, with a smile. I give you time to walk. This walk is very important. And right before you cross the door, for one last time, check everywhere in your body for any dose of animosity towards him. If it's anything that you see, whatever you find it, say, I release you now because you have no part into my new world. I release you now. You have no part into me, into my new world. So see yourself again smiley and full of joy. So when you are ready, cross the door, crossing the other side, and close the door nicely. Breathe, very deep breathing. Refreshing. And say, I am back, stronger than ever, ready to give and receive love. How is everybody doing? Thumbs up?
Good.
Great. Now we have another piece of the puzzle to close this cycle. This is the final step. Closing circles with yourself. Entering into a peaceful relationship with yourself. That's another part of the first exercise we did yesterday with your body. Forgiveness to yourself. Just as you forgive others, you must forgive yourself because you have been forgiven already from your Father in heaven. So it is time to forgive yourself. In my case, I forgive myself for believing and accepting the labels that my mom and the world put on me. The labels that my ex-partners put on me because I took them. They give it to me and I accept them. So just embrace yourself. Here I'm giving you the picture facing yourself. And whatever you need that you ask to forgive yourself, do it with love and compassion. I forgive myself for believing these lies. I forgive myself for not respecting myself, for abusing myself. And I open doors for people to not to respect me and to abuse me. I forgive myself for believing the lies of the society gave me, for believing the person who I was not. So whatever you find that you need to forgive yourself, and you can do that later if because when you unfold these exercises, are gonna continue coming. You might be driving and suddenly, boom, it's gonna come. I say, oh my God, I didn't remember that. And it is about forgiving others, forgiving yourself. You do the next, what you did today, exactly the same exercise. Now, the number that you that you put before, remember? Um, what was the number? That was the number. Now I'm going to ask you the same question. From 1 to 10, how is your emotional state towards the person who did wrong to you? If it changed, it lowered, it became 1, okay, Jamie Lee. And in the beginning, Jamie Lee, what was the number? 3, and came to 1. Beautiful, beautiful. It was 3. Okay, perfect. So that's what we're looking to measure. Okay, all right. Here, the fruit of forgiveness, others and myself, gave me the great opportunity to turning pain into power, have the family that I always dream of. I didn't have the role model, but then after connecting with God and following the steps of and principles of love and forgiveness, I was able to have the family that I always dream of. And today, we travel together, we support each other, and we teach the children that every voice in our family is important. There is no stupid question. There is if one of my daughters are not doing good, I mean, we rush everybody. I mean, even my youngest, my oldest grandson, that he's 19 now. But when this happened, he was 17. Immediately, we went to my daughter's house because she was going through a lot of emotional distress, and tried to find the answer or doctors or whatever she needed. And we're here same thing in the house of men and women. We teach them to we're a team. Um, when we are gonna eat together, somebody, especially men, say, okay, put the table or the silverware, or be sure that everything is the point is that everybody is details, that everybody is doing, it's a team. Each of us is a team, and believe in love again. That's my husband. That's what we met. That's our first. We click right away. What else? So, invitations take your life to a higher level. So, investing in yourself means giving yourself an opportunity to live your best life, to love and receive love, and change your present and future generations. Leave the best legacy to your family. So, when you change, guess what? Your full legacy generation after you are gonna take. I mean, we change unforgiveness into forgiveness. We change the dynamic into my family, and that is very beautiful. So now this is the time. When I say question and answers, is if you have any question for me as a coach, if you have any question from the content that we spoke today, if anything related to all from day one, day two, this is the time to do it. And I hope you were very pleased with our exercise, today's visualization and content. Thank you. If you don't have no question, that's fine too.
No questions for me.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's a beautiful heart. Thank you. That's a humongous heart. Thank you, Adriana. Okay, perfect. Any question, Jamie Lee and Avery? Wendy? Any breakthroughs? Any yeah, Wendy? We have Wendy is our friend from Mexico, and but even if this is in English, she's been here the whole 3 days. So thank you, Wendy, very much. Sin preguntas. Muchísimas gracias. Okay, thank you, Wendy. All right. So, oh, thank you, Wendy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gracias, gracias. Okay, so tomorrow, we're gonna talk about limiting beliefs, where your limiting beliefs started it, and mindset shift. So we're gonna talk about, I don't know. Tomorrow we're gonna do, actually, you're gonna write your statement, and I'm very excited about this one. Where is it? Your statement. Where is your statement? Right here. Each of you are gonna write your statement. They're gonna send it to me, and I'm gonna turn it into this picture. So I need a picture of you so I can put your crown. So it's gonna be amazing. I really like this one. Okay.
What statement?
Well, these are gonna be our last exercise. This is gonna be our last exercise. This is a commitment with yourself that is gonna be sealed And this is something that you want to for your new life. That's an life statement. But we're gonna write a love statement. But I'm not gonna give you too much because it's gonna be a surprise for tomorrow. I just wanted to show you what we're gonna do tomorrow. Okay? So every day is with idea is to help you to move on, to believe in love again. But to believe in love again, we need to unpack, we need to walk in our identity, we need to embody a royal kingdom, and then your beliefs and mindset so you can experience love in to the fullest. All right. So, any comment before we go? Okay.
Not for me.
Not for you. Thank you. Jamie Lee, she always have something to say.
You know me too well, Miss Lilia. Uh,
Speak, speak.
I think I just really, yeah, I just really like it because I don't know. I think there's a lot of you were saying it specifically about romantic relationships, and as I mentioned that the person that I had in mind was at a three. So there wasn't really a lot of room for there wasn't a lot of need for forgiving. Um, but then when we were doing the exercise, you said that like a lot of people, I mean, it's not just a romantic relationship that could necessarily affect our relationship with love. So I definitely kept that in mind in terms of like me wanting to do the exercise again for later for people that influence or that have hurt me, like with friendships as well, because I feel like sometimes heartbreak from friends are a lot more painful from compared to heartbreaks from a relationship because like it's unexpected and I don't know,
No,
the
yeah,
love.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's why I was saying because any unforgiveness is on the way of love.
yeah, exactly. So it, this was definitely very helpful with what I'm going through right now with like learning how to forgive. I think I thought that I've forgiven people being a new creation in Christ, but I think the wounds are not ready or aren't healed. So this is definitely a tool that I'm gonna use. So thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So tomorrow, does anybody can come at 4 or you want to change it at 4:30 or 5? Tomorrow is Thursday. Or we keep it at 4. We keep it at 4, everybody? All right. We keep it at 4. So see you tomorrow and continue doing the visualization. And tomorrow, congratulations for the winners are here for. And don't forget to text me your breakthroughs because I want to give you your key. All right. I want to have this key into your hand. So please, 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 please. Again, uh, just write down like your breakthroughs for every day. Just one line, two lines, it doesn't matter. And then send it to me because I wish I can get it today because tomorrow is our last day. So I know how many keys I'm gonna order. Okay? Well, love you very much. And 80, anything you have to say, honey? No? Okay.
Um, I got towards like the end. I didn't really get to hear the entire conference, but barely till right now I got some time. Is there any way I can listen to the conferences all over again, maybe through the recordings?
Yes, I'm gonna right now, as soon as we finish, I'm gonna stop the recording right now so it won't be too long.
Mhm.
Stop recording.